Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Tri Nuraini, class management 22A, NPM 22411037. In this video, I want to tell you about communication. First, understanding of communication. Communication is the process or action of conveying a message from the sender to the recipient through a medium or channel which usually experience interference or noise. This is about understanding of communication. The next slide about communication foundation. First is control. Communication plays a role in controlling member behavior in various ways. When workers communicate work-related complaints, follow their job description, or comply with company policies, communication performs a controlling function. Informal communication also controls behavior. When a work group teases or harasses a member who is too productive, or another member of the group look bad, they communicate informally and control the member behavior. Number 2, motivation. Communication helps increase motivation by explaining to workers what they have to do, how good they are at doing it, and how they can improve their performance. Setting goals, providing feedback on progress, and rewarding desired behavior all drive motivation and require communication. Number 3 is emotional statement. Work groups are the main source of social interaction for many workers. Communication within group is the basic mechanism by which members express satisfaction and frustration. Therefore, communication provides emotional expression of feeling and fulfillment of social needs. The last of foundation is information. Information is the final foundation of communication is to facilitate decision making. Communication provides the information needed by individuals and groups to make decisions by transmitting the data necessary to identify and evaluate options. To carry out effectively, the group must maintain some control over its members, stimulate members to carry out, allow emotional expression, and make decisions. And next slide about direction in communication. Direction in communication have two. First, vertical communication. In vertical communication, there are two dimensions, namely A. Downward communication. Namely communication that flows from one level of a group or organization to a lower level. Group leader and manager use them to assign goals, provide job instruction, explain policy and procedure, point out problems that need attention, and offer feedback. Number 2 is B. Upward communication. Upward communication goes to higher level in the group or organization. This communicate is used to provide feedback to higher ups, informing them of the progress of goals and addressing current problems. Upward communication keeps managers aware of how workers feel about their job, their co-workers, and the organization in general. Managers also rely on upward communication for ideas about how conditions can be improved. But upward communication is more difficult because managers become overwhelmed and easily distracted. Number 2 is lateral communication. That is, communication occurs between members of the same work group. Members of work group at the same level, manager at the same level, or several other horizontally equivalent workers. Lateral communication saves time and facilitates coordination. Often, they informally short-circuit hierarchies vertically and speed up action. So from a management perspective, lateral communication can be better or worse. Last slide about communication mode. First is oral communication. The main means of conveying message is oral communication. The advantage is oral communication are speed and feedback. If the recipient is not sure about the message, then face-fed feedback allows the sender to detect it quickly and correct it. However, one of the main weaknesses in oral communication arises when a message has to pass through a number of people because the risks of deviation increase. The following are examples of form of oral communication. A. Meeting. Meeting can be formal or informal, include 2 or more people, and occur on almost any occasion. Even structuring ordinary business interaction with others as meeting can help us keep our focus on progress. Good interpersonal communication is important to make meetings run effectively. B. Video conferencing. Allow worker and client to conduct real-time meeting with people in different locations. Number 2, written communication. The following are examples of form of written communication. A. Letter. With all the technology available, the reason someone writes a letter is when they want to create a lasting record. B. PowerPoint. PowerPoint and slide format can be an excellent mode of communication because the software for putting together slides combine words with visual elements to enhance the reader and help in explaining complex ideas. And last, nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication includes body movement, intonation, or emphasis given to words, facial expression, and the physical distance between the sender and recipient. Body language can convey status, level of involvement, and emotional states. Many studies indicate that people read other people's behavior and emotion more through nonverbal cues than through words. If nonverbal conflict with the speaker's verbal message, that the nonverbal cues are sometimes more likely to be believed by the listener. Okay, that is about communication. If I said something wrong, I say sorry, and I close with wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.